Hello, sorry for the wait. Welcome to our new D&D campaign, where Greg and I are going to take two almost complete newbies. Not quite. Stu's not quite full newbie. I think he's played one session, but
yeah, fourth edition.
Yeah, fourth edition don't count, does it? And our mutual friend Nikki, and we're going to take them through a proper Dungeons and Dragons adventure, a proper Dungeons and Dragons source book. I'm not going to go all weird and homebrew. It's not the leotard, Charlie. Before we go into it, yes, a word about our sponsors, because they are the sponsors of Dice of the Beholder. As a D&D campaign streamer, not just the Chronicles of Needham. So first of all, there is the wonderful and amazing Loki Battle Mats. That's Loke. They are award-winning TTRPG accessory creators. They're little, big, and giant and modular battle mat books are available on lokibattlemats.com. You can go and actually watch them create those battle mats on Monday nights on twitch.tv/lokibattlemats. And you can also grab some amazing cyberpunk ones as well as the digital versions of their maps over on DriveThruRPG. A lot of them are pay what you want. Trust me, they are worth spending some pennies. Our second sponsor of the evening is Blink Dog Dice, our good friends, a small dice creator in Cardiff. We love them. And yeah, fantastic creators of dice. I know Stu's going to be rolling some Blink Dog Dice this evening. Me and Greg are... Nikki?
I don't think I got any from them.
Jesus Christ, Nikki.
From the,
God, Nikki.
Fucking
Our
hell,
branding.
Nikki.
You fucked it already.
Fucking hell, Nikki. We'll have to sort that out soon. But yes, please search on most social media as Blink Dog Dice, all one word, and pop over to their Etsy store as well and show them some love and tell them we sent you. But apart from that, we can go straight into the guys.
Hello.
Hello.
Sorry, none of us are wearing leotards. We didn't know there was a uniform today.
There's not a fucking uniform. Jesus Christ. I'm not changing it like I did when I was it Baldur's Gate 3?
If it's not a leotard, is it one of those bodysuits that goes down to the really thin bit where it just doesn't even keep your flaps in?
It's a t-shirt.
Where are your flaps, bro? Are they on the inside or the outside? That's my question.
I'm gone all blurry now. It's a t-shirt. It's a half sleeve t-shirt, not quite long sleeve.
It's a new thing. He's going to do interpretive piano.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've gone all blurry. Technical issues abound. Fuck it. It's
he's blurring his screen so we can't see his leotard when he stands up.
Stu is very quiet. Hang on. Oh yeah, shit. That's the only thing I forgot to do. This is going to cock up all the cameras in a second. Hang on.
Can't wait.
Bear with us. Technical issues. We're back. My camera's working. Awesome. We're back, and their cameras, their microphones should now be
a little bit more even.
Them up.
That's fine. Who
Yeah.
wants to see stereo?
Are we good now?
Can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, I think we can hear you. I think that's better.
Enunciate, guys. Project.
Leotard!
There we go.
Much better.
But yes. So we've done our session 0 off camera. Talked Nikki and Stu through character creation. Stu decided to go a bit nuts on writing a character background.
Sadly, no one talked me through character creation, so I've made something awful.
We didn't need to talk you through character creation. You were going to make a cursed character anyway, weren't you?
Clearly, someone did need to.
But yes. It is still the creepy horror. I hate it. So, we are going to be taking them through a D&D sourcebook. We're going to be playing the Essentials Kit, designed as a fantastic introduction for new players, solo or a party. I ran Amelia through it. on our own. Let's see how you guys do as a group.
Gonna be faster.
But yes, first of all, sound alerts are still available. Okay. Thank you, Charlie, for telling me about that. Everyone, stop. Don't you dare. Leave it alone. Settings. Channel points. Disabled. Save settings. Yes. Right. Okay. They should now be disabled. Yeah, there we go. Nullist pointer exception. Run. Did not work. Thank you for trying, Greg.
I did do that before you started fixing it, so I think maybe they were disabled anyway.
Actually, no. They're disabled. I've just realised there was no point in disabling them. I haven't added them into the source on OBS, so that was fine. Anyway, Dungeons and Dragons. We've waited long enough. We've waited long enough. Right. So, before we actually go into and start the campaign, Greg, if you would like to, because you all already know each other anyway in character, if you would like to describe your character, introduce yourself.
Yes, hello. My character's name is Fergus Smogan. My character is a 9-year-old warforged bard. But when I say 9-year-old, I mean like warforged are built as adults. This one is an actual child. He's the son of a famous adventurer who sadly lost his wife early on in his adventuring campaign, and later wished for a son. So my character's basically Pinocchio, and I'm a bard. I don't know if I said that. I'm just trying to find my dad. My dad's gone missing, and I want to find my dad, whose name is Smurgan, by the way.
I'm telling you now, I might have already decided that your dad was creeped out by a 9-year-old warforged bard as a child and has left of his own accord.
Are you sure you didn't mean to say barge then? Maybe I'm a barge.
You're a barge. You took up too much space. You actually.
I'm like Thomas. I'm Thomas the Tank Engine, but I'm a barge instead of a train.
And I believe Nicky's background actually or Nicky's little thing that he wrote and stuck in the chat relies on Stu going next. So Stu.
Is it? What have you done? Nothing. I don't like that. I'm not going to go through all of the stuff. I saw that.
Well, no, because we'd be here until midnight and then we'd have to play Session 1 next week.
Read us your 40-page background.
I condensed it. So my character is a half-orc barbarian called Craig Smallteeth, who was basically grown up in fighting arenas. And was eventually freed from a fighting arena and is now out on his own to discover the world and decide where he wants to be in this world.
Nice.
Don't know how mine relies on his. Got nothing to do with him.
Your character sounds a lot more boring if you don't read your entire backstory.
Boring.
No, Stu's character sounds really boring if you don't generic. If you don't read your entire backstory, I'll get him to post it on Discord at some point.
I'm fucking roasted. This is his first D&D character that he's made.
Yeah, start as we mean to go on.
All right,
Nicky.
Well, my character is a ranger. He's a wild hunt shifter. He was raised by wolves.
Mm-hmm.
Don't laugh at me. He was found by a Fey ranger that taught how to be a ranger.
How to bow. Okay.
How do I shot bow?
And how did you all meet? Fergan?
Well,
I think that I met Nicky's character because he saw a fucking 9-year-old boy wandering about and was like, it probably would be irresponsible of me to leave that child unaccompanied.
basically.
I believe that's how we met.
Stu?
I was concerned seeing this bloke pick up a 9-year-old child and go into a tent.
Oh, that's what. Sorry, it was the other way around. It was Stu. Stu met everyone because
Yeah, so-
he was worried about Nikki being a predator.
Yeah, Stu saw Nikki try to kidnap a small child and went in to do a citizen's arrest.
Okay. So, oh, this is a fine time for D&D Beyond to go down, isn't it? Hang on. Let me go old school for a second. Hang on.
Hey, Nikki, you know you're playing a... Did you say your character's name, by the way?
Oh, did I not? Sidestep. I was named by the wolves.
It's a good name. So you know you're playing a ranger.
Yeah.
You at level 1, do you choose your favoured terrain as a ranger, or do you get that
the
later?
fifth one, yes.
What favoured terrain have you chosen?
I picked the forest.
Okay.
Cool. That'll work.
Isn't this a mountain campaign, bro?
Might be. At some point.
fine.
Don't know.
It's fine. No worries.
There's going to be trees, surely.
But yes.
Nikki's gonna do the classic ranger thing now of no matter where we are, it's like I see a tree, we're in a forest. We're gonna be in the desert, he's gonna be like cactus kind of a tree. That'll do.
Let's play some D&D. So, you are denizens of a land called Faerun. In particular, the region of Faerun called the Sword Coast. It is a land of heroes, a land of intrigue, a land of crime, monsters, war from the north and the south. However, the part of Faerun that you live in is relatively untouched, being denizens of the forest or just on the outskirts of major cities. You reside mainly in the north of the Sword Coast, near the great city, or the old great city of Neverwinter, that 50 years ago was destroyed by the eruption of Mount Hotnow.
Mount what now?
Hotnow. Or Hotenow. You have...
Is it called that because when it goes off they say, God, it's getting a bit hot now?
Mm-hmm. I genuinely think someone at Wizards went, yeah, that's why. You have, as is at least Fergan's reason for adventuring, want to make a name for yourself, find some magical items, some gold, gather power to yourselves so that you can potentially find Fergan's father, make a name for yourself, or look after the small 9-year-old child that you found wandering in the forest. You heard on the grapevine, or in the many villages that you passed through, that a city to the north, just north of the Sword Mountains and just slightly southwest of the old city of Neverwinter, there was a village called Phandalin that recently had spotted many monsters, many raiding orc parties, a manticore or two, and, if rumour is to be believed, a white dragon that had not been seen this far outside of the far north cold mountains. So you made your way over the days and the weeks, eventually finding yourself in Phandalin. It is a small village nestled in the rocky foothills of the snow-capped Sword Mountains. A mining town consisting of no more than 40, 50 simple log buildings. Crumbling stone ruins surround the newer houses and shops, showing how it was maybe a much larger town in centuries past, but has grown ever smaller as the years gone on. Phandalin's residents are, as you approach or enter, quiet. They seem to be hard-working folk. You can see many different races. They appear to come from all over the place, very, cities distant and near, and look to be eking out some semblance of a comfortable life in this harsh wilderness that you've found yourselves in. You can see farmers, stonecutters, you can hear blacksmiths, you see a few shops here and there, hearing traders hawk their wares. And there are a few people walking through town to and from different large buildings that look like prospectors. You can see them with their panning tools or their mining equipment, their surveying equipment. And there are an abundance of children. It appears to be a happy, and until recently, if the rumours are to be believed, safe town. The town has no walls, no garrison, but as you look around, it is very clear to see that most adults keep weapons, either on them, or if they're tilling in a field with scythe or plough, within easy reach, in case the need for arms should arise. They seem welcoming. They wave as you enter the town. You can see some of them not in a hostile manner, but stare at you with maybe greedy eyes. As visitors potentially or normally mean there is coin being spent in town. But the first person you ask, a farmer, points you in the direction of the Stone Hill Inn, directly at the centre of town, as the place to make your first port of call, which is a place that offers lodging and meals. What do you want to do?
Win.
Okay.
Yep.
So you make your way to the Stonehill Inn. Yeah? Okay. As you enter the Stonehill Inn, then, a modest 2-story roadhouse, bottom floor built mainly of broken stone, the top floor wood, tiled roof. It is a quite large tavern, maybe 10 tables in all, a bar stretching the rear wall. But from the outside, as you were walking around it to get to the entrance, you can see that the building goes back much further. You can imagine that there are stone rooms and at least maybe 5 or 6 rooms upstairs, potentially for rent. The bar itself has quite a few people in there drinking already. And as you are coming in, maybe just after midday, having seen lots of people tending to their farms, their crops, their animals in the town, it would appear that from the strange looks and the packs they have with them, these are not residents of the town. These would also appear to be new visitors, maybe adventurers. There are... Fergan?
Do I see my dad?
You look around, you do not see your father in
God
the
damn
town.
it.
I was thinking, yes, camping.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's right there. I go home.
Greg's going to roll a new character straight away. Okay.
I mean, it's going to happen eventually.
You see a half-orc sitting alone. Large weapons, a couple of swords, an axe that he's sharpening, a bow and a quiver resting against the chair next to him. You see in a booth, having a quiet but seemingly heated debate, is a very studious human man. Spectacles, kind of, he keeps having to push up his long, kind of sweaty nose. Very like scholarly robes, wet from sweat, dark brown hair. Seemingly arguing with a very thin, very slight, very elven-looking young woman who has a mask on, which seems to be made out of papier-mâché, and also has a very crude unicorn's horn sticking about 2 foot into the air off the top of her head. You see 2 gnomes, male and female. They are currently laughing their heads off, listening to a halfling who's standing on the chair and is only just the same height as them. And there are a human man and woman off on the other opposite end of the bar, keeping to themselves. Behind the bar, though, now having noticed you entered, is a friendly-looking short of stature, middle-aged male who's stopped cleaning the cup that he was cleaning and is now splayed his hands on the bar and is just smiling at you as you enter.
We definitely shouldn't mess with that guy. He's definitely a level 20 adventurer. All bar people in D&D are a level 20 adventurer. So that's some game knowledge.
I pull out my bow.
I'm gonna run over to the gnomes that we saw. Immediately as soon as we walk through the door.
Okay.
Let's say hello. Have you seen another gnome? He's very big and strong and powerful, and he's dressed in purple clothes, and he's got a magic sword and a big drum. Have you seen anyone like that? It's my dad. I'm looking for my dad.
The halfling stops whatever tale they're telling and just kind of looks down at you. The two gnomes kind of look at you slightly weird. The reason they're looking at you weird, would you like to describe what you look like properly?
Yeah, I am.
Please, Greg.
I'm about 4 foot tall, and I look like a little robot 9-year-old boy, except that like I don't have facial features. I just have like an old-fashioned I don't know what they're called, but like you know the old screens where it's just like monochrome. So it's like a black screen with just orange display on it, and it displays facial features, but it can only use like ASCII characters. So at the moment, it's got like 2 big O's and like a dot in the middle. It's got like a little W in the middle. I'm doing a big OO face. So I do look a little bit weird. And possibly not like my dad's a gnome.
It's a horrible vision. It's a horrible image in my head. I don't like
the character that I have made. You have to deal with it.
Male gnome kind of warily takes his hand, as you notice now, from the sword at his hip, which looks almost too big for him to wield. We've not seen your dad around. What did you say your name was?
My name is Fergan, and these are my friends, and I point back at Craig and Sidestep. These are my friends, Craig and Sidestep. They're helping me look for my daddy. And have you seen my daddy? Because it's very important that I find him.
As I said, lad, we've not seen your dad. Are they your guardians? Is this your ward?
They found me outside and said that I had to come with them now.
They did they?
Yes.
And he
they're helping me look for my daddy.
He puts his hand back on his sword and kind of stands up.
I'm just ignoring all this and at the bar getting a drink.
I'm standing beside me.
He was.
Nope, he said it now. He has left you. That's how D&D works.
But I'm just at the bar getting a drink.
And this gnome, with absolutely no fear, walks up and kind of... And even though he is craning his neck to look up at you, you get the sense from him that he's viewing you as an equal. He's not looking up at you. There is a slight kind of vibe of menace emanating from him. What would be your intentions for this, wee lad?
You want to help him find his dad?
Shouting from the bar, yeah?
I thought he said he came up to me.
He did. It's fine. And you're in the business of finding lost children in the wilderness and helping them find their homes, are you?
And you're the type who would leave them stranded in the wilds?
Well, no, but I perhaps wouldn't have brought
There you are,
them
then.
into this town with the way things are at the moment. Are you not? Have you not heard the stories at all?
Well, the lad's dad is an adventurer. Where do adventurers go?
That's right. My daddy would be wherever the most dangerous thing is.
Well, I've not seen your dad. But if
Have you heard of my daddy? His name is Smurgen von Smurgen.
I have heard that name, actually. Not for a while. I thought he'd retired.
He did, but then he went out one day and he hasn't come back. And I think he's probably on an adventure.
And you were left alone? No mother to speak of? Or...
I have a caretaker, but he's boring, and I left. He didn't want to help me find daddy.
Right. And you too. He looks at he looks at the other two. Would you be here looking for his father, or fame and glory and adventure?
Bit of both.
And you're gonna be taking a small 9-year-old child with you, are you? Even one and he looks the robot child up and down, as unique as this one.
When he says I'm unique, I do like the two up-ats, the like two up arrow face.
I'll you find yourself a room here. I'll be talking to the local sheriff. Don't you go anywhere now.
Are you going to ask the sheriff if he's seen my daddy?
I will ask the sheriff if he's seen your dad for you.
Thank you. Should I come with you?
No. You stay here with your friends, and it's the least believable use of the word friends that you've ever heard in your life. And he just looks at his companions. He's like, Ruby, Nib. He kind of nods towards you and just walks out the door of the bar. And the other two, the halfling and the gnome who are left, are just they just slowly sip their drinks. And stare at you. They stop blinking.
The barkeep and ask him if he's seen the lad's father. Describe your dad to the barkeep for me, lad.
He's the biggest and strongest gnome in the whole of the Swords Coast, and he's got a sword, and it's a magic sword that talks.
What does he look like?
He's about as tall as I am, and he wears all purple, and he's very powerful, and he's got did I say his magic sword can talk? I don't know if I said.
I've not seen your dad. Your dad, he's not been round here. But my name's Toblin Stonehill. I own this here pub.
Hello, Toblin. You speak funny.
That's not nice. That's not nice, lad. I apologise.
I'm sorry you speak funny, Toblin.
You're not the first construct to tell me that, as it happens.
You, sorry.
What can I do you for?
We're here to try and find the boy's father, but he said that he's gone on an adventure. Where would most of the adventurers around here be going?
Well, there's lots of adventure to be had around here. Surely
yes,
you...
Where's the most dangerous thing? I want to go there.
Well, most dangerous thing I've heard of at the moment is them orcs. But you don't want to be going there yet. And he kind of looks you all up and down, your armour, your weapons. There's quite a lot of them.
Where are the orcs?
Oh, when you got a bit more experience behind you, if you follow the Tribord Trail, you'll want to pass the ruins of Conbury. It was a town sacked by barbarians years ago. There's a ruined temple south of Conbury, And that's where it says the locals used to hide their gold.
I look at Craig and I say, by the time we get there, my daddy will have killed all of the orcs, so we should just go now.
I tell you what, how about get a little bit of experience behind you, perhaps a little bit more money, and get yourself some potions and whatnot, and try then. Would you be wanting a room?
Yeah. Yeah, take a room for the night.
I can get you a room.
What you wanna do?
Bed for the night costs 5 silver pieces. And
Sure.
throw in a meal for one.
There we are, I'll cover that.
But there's 3 of us,
That's 5.
and we have a meal for 3 instead.
That's 15 silver pieces and 3 silver.
I got
Oh.
15 silver pieces and 3 silver.
Do we have to pay once each for the room?
No, it's 5 silver for a bed.
Bed. I'll sleep on the floor, it's fine.
All right.
I don't really sleep.
That'll just be the one bed then.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
I'll
5
sleep.
silver pieces and 3 silver for the meals. Do you eat? And he's looking at you, Fugan.
That's a good question. Let me just look at my character sheet for a moment.
90 minutes up in it.
No.
Oh, that's 2 silver then for the meals.
2 for the meals and for the beds. There we go. Here you go.
I tell you what, if you're looking for a bit of easy, quick money, there's a job board outside on the town master's front wall. You'll not get much out of him, but he sometimes sends his servants out and they post stuff up there. This lot have just come back from a couple of rangings. I doubt they're going out again today.
Are they very dangerous, the jobs?
I'm sure they are, lad.
A lot of them are just scouting missions. You look like you've seen a fair bit of forest travel. And he kind of cocks an eye at you, Nicky.
You can say that.
Sidestep, sorry. Here we go. I will get them. Shouldn't be too difficult for a group like yourselves. Perhaps might be slightly safer without a 9-year-old child with you, but who am I to judge? And you feel
But
like he's judging you with every word.
Do you think they should just leave me in a tavern in a strange town then? That sounds not like that wouldn't be very responsible guardianship.
I've got some children of my own, around about the same age as yourself. Wouldn't you rather play with them?
I look at Sidestep and I say, I think this man's trying to kidnap me. Stranger danger. Stranger danger, Sidestep.
No,
Stranger.
no. Stop that now.
I'm gonna pick Fergus up and just stick him on my shoulder and tell the barkeep we'll be fine.
Well, all right. I'll have your room prepared for you, and when you come back, there'll be a hot meal.
We'll head out to the bounty board then, is that?
As you
We'll wave at the guys who are watching us.
as you attempt to walk out, you see that the gnome and the halfling who are watching you kind of pick their packs up and shoulder them, and they're kind of just waiting for you to walk out the door.
Oh, we're just going to the bounty board, guys. Come on.
Okay. So you walk out.
Looks like they're afraid of a little competition from Fergan and the Ferganeers.
We're not calling ourselves that.
I like it. Got a ring to it.
As you walk out, then, following the directions Toblin gives you, you make your way further down the street. You see the largest house then in the entire town. This one is about 2.5 stories, but it's a lot bigger, a lot wider than the tavern. The front door is huge oak, and it is currently looks to have bolts drawn across it on the outside, but their levers seem to slide or make their way through the center of the door, and you get the impression that the lock may be on the inside, making it even more difficult to pick or gain entry. And next to the door, you do see a board with many, many faded flyers on there. But there do appear to be on top of them 3 flyers currently that look like they've been, or that are a lot fresher than the others. You want to give him a read?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Right. So, there are 3 quests on the board. One says Nomengard, ? The other says Dwarf Excavation, ? And the other says find out how Adabra is, ? On top of the board, in large writing, painted onto the board, it does say, knock on the door for more information.
What do you fancy then?
I think one of you should knock on the door, because if I do it, they won't give me the quest. They seem to be very uptight in this town so far.
I'll knock the door.
Okay. There is quite a long wait, standing there in silence, just waiting for any kind of response. And then eventually you hear a voice from the other side of the door kind of shout through, "If you're a dragon, know that I'm far too thin and bony to make a good meal. Be off with you."
And what if we're not a dragon?
Oh, honestly, you don't sound like a dragon. Who are you?
Dragon knock.
You'd be surprised what dragons can do. Wily creatures. Who are you?
We're inquiring
Dragon
about
with the burgundy ears.
Sorry, everyone spoke at once. What?
We're inquiring about the jobs at the board.
Oh, adventurers, are you? Well, yes. I am Harbin Wester. I am the town master of Phandalin. Yes. What jobs are on there? I can't remember what I sent Conway out with this morning, and he hasn't come back. Perhaps because I locked the door, but he hasn't returned. What was there?
We repeat what we saw on the flyers.
No.
I read out to Craig, Dwarven excavation.
Nomengard and how is Adabra? Yeah. Oh yes. Which one would you like to know about?
Or the door next to me.
Go to the door next station first.
Very well. Some dwarf prospectors who came some time ago found some ancient dwarf ruins in the mountains southwest of here. They've been working an archaeological dig, seeking treasure and relics and whatnot. But they have not returned to town in some time, and I feel that they need to be warned that a white dragon appears to have moved into the area. So if you were to take a warning to them, I will pay 50 gold pieces.
I tug on Sidestep's sleeve and say, "We should just kill the white dragon."
We'll work our way up to that, but lad, we'll work our way up to that.
We'll make it safe, and that's like if there's a dragon to fight, that's where my daddy will be.
Small steps. Small steps.
Okay.
What were the other ones you mentioned?
The Nomenglad one.
Yes. We have, in the mountains to the south of here, southeast, a clan of reclusive rock gnomes. They reside in a small network of caves. They're quite well known for their magical inventions. We were hoping they might have something to defeat the dragon. However, the only gnome adventurers who have arrived are quite disagreeable and don't like rock gnomes, apparently, so won't go there. So if you can get something from them, something useful, and bring it back, and don't want to keep it for yourselves, I can pay you 50 gold for that too. There is, however, the third one.
How is Kadabra?
No, it's Adabra.
How is Alakazam?
No. She's the local midwife. She is an acolyte of Chauntier. Her name is Adabra Gwyn. She lives by herself in the old stone windmill. It's on a hill a few miles south. It's basically on the way to either one of the others, really. With dragon sightings becoming more common, it's not really safe for her to be alone. So we wanted to have her come into town. She is effectively the only one of us who can make healing potions. She's quite useful. Once she's safe, I can reward you with 25 gold pieces.
Why is Adabra less valuable to you than some magic trinkets from gnomes?
Because the gnomes may not have anything to help with the dragon. Adabra definitely can make healing potions.
So it's more valuable to you to get something that might not exist than something that definitely will help.
Well, no, I'm paying you for your time, and you have to go a lot further to the gnomes.
My daddy might be with the gnomes. My daddy's a gnome.
We'll take that one then, shall we? The gnomes.
It's on the way, isn't it? So
But if the dwarves are closer to the dragon, my daddy's more likely to be close to the dragon.
We'll take the gnomes and Adabra.
And the dwarves?
I mean, there's nothing to say you couldn't do all three.
How far? How far is the dwarves?
Well, give me a moment for my memory to connect and stop showing an error screen, and I will tell you.
Sometimes my face does that when I'm confused.
Yeah, it's very scary.
15 miles.
15 miles. How far were the gnomes again?
A moment, please.
Fergus is counting on his fingers, but also you can see like maths appearing across his face like on a calculator, and then he tugs on Craig's sleeve and goes, 15 is 3 times 5.
About 20 miles.
4 times 5.
And Deborah is, well, her windmill is on the is on the fork. Leading off to both of those. Just in case you didn't take my meeting.
Okay.
Oh, good. I thought you'd gone.
How frequent of the dragon sightings?
Did you not see it on your way into town?
No.
Less than once a day, then. At the moment. Sometimes more, sometimes less. We've lost many cattle. Very few people, fortunately. Otherwise, we would have sent off to Waterdeep for some reinforcements, but they didn't answer our first 7 letters, so not holding out much hope there. Are you still there?
What would you do if we were the dragon and you just told us all of your weak points?
Aha!
Wait until you were gone, leave town without telling anyone, and change my name. Phandalin,
I'm a scary dragon! Roar!
roll a deception check.
Can't it be performance?
if you want.
12.
12.
Yeah.
Okay. Just realised as well. Hang on, give me a second, because this is supposed to be a very happy time.
If it helps, I'm doing a very angry ASCII face while I do it. I don't know if that gives me advantage.
I thought there was going to be a dragon soaring across the bay.
You can't see him. He hasn't opened the door. He hasn't opened like a cubby.
He's not like looking out through a letterbox or anything.
He's just shouting through the door at you. So what was the score? Sorry.
12.
12. I don't think you are, young man. I don't. But he does sound slightly more scared than he was moments before. Now I'm very busy, obviously. Lots of things to do to keep this town safe.
Hiding mostly?
I am fortifying defenses if people need to fall back here for safety.
How are they supposed to get in if they have to fall back for safety?
I think it's too fortified.
I will let them in. Obviously.
Sir, do you have a bunch of things piled up behind the door to stop people from getting in?
No.
Insight check.
you could. Who wants to roll an insight check? Everyone.
I am. Oh, that's
16.
that's a 12. So 15.
15. Okay, you both hear in his voice, with nothing else to give him away, he is lying through his back teeth, and now that you're like getting used to how thick this door might be, maybe, and the volume of his voice, he's shouting at you from maybe about 4 foot away from the door inside. Like he can't get close enough to the door for you to hear him any clearer because there's so much stuff piled up in the way.
Okay.
See, you can hear me play with the locks, and you hear and you just hear like furniture grinding against the floor as he just starts to move stuff.
All right. Well, we'll leave you to your cowering and go do these jobs here.
Off with you.
Wait, how are you going to pay us if you can't get to the door?
You can give it to my trusted associate Toblin in the Stonehill Inn.
The man who speaks funny.
I don't know what you mean.
if we go and speak to him, is he gonna
All of
agree
the serfs around here speak like that. I don't know what you mean.
I say to Sidestep, Toblin didn't look like he had 50 gold. Especially didn't look like he had 125 gold.
That's true.
He has coffers.
It's all right. I'm sure there's some way we can get in there to get our money if we need to.
Was that a
But we
threat?
won't need to, will we?
Was that a threat?
I'm gonna try the door.
Okay.
Just give it a hard shove to see if it moves the furniture.
Okay. Roll me a strength check.
Good one. Let me see that. 17.
Okay, so that's the 17 on the dice, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, plus the small number on your or depending on how your sheet is set up, the large number on your strength.
The
score.
number with a plus in front of it.
Yeah.
21.
How much? Sorry.
21.
21. Nice. Okay. You shove the door, and you can feel that it's going to be a struggle to open. However, the 2 iron bars running across it, as you shove it as hard as you can, do give. There is a lot of bend in them, and you can hear a lot of furniture on the other side of this door being pushed out of the way, and you hear a squeal as he tries to back away from the door.
I don't think these fortifications are going to stop a dragon.
Off with you before I call the sheriff.
How are you going to call
Ow.
I have a bell.
Ring it.
As we walk off, I'm gonna ask Fergan to do another dragon roar at the door.
Another what?
A dragon roar at the door.
Yeah, I will. I'll do my best effort. Hang on. I have spells. I'm gonna use prestidigitation to make my voice louder and do my best dragon roar.
Roll me a performance check with advantage.
Thank you. I will.
I think we all want to hear your best dragon roll as well.
I rolled a 17.
Okay.
So I guess it's like a
Okay.
very loud.
You hear almost like a Wilhelm scream as he falls off something that he was clambering onto to make sure you were gone.
I think because it's only a 17, I think I'd probably ruin it at the end by saying dragon noises.
And he's not speaking anymore. You can hear him whimpering inside. He may have fallen and hurt his ankle.
Our hearing is extraordinarily acute, and we can discern ankle wounds from other kinds of wound.
Absolutely.
We're getting paid, guys.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna look at Craig and Sidestep and say, I think we should go on the adventure very soon, because I don't think that the gnome man was going to find the sheriff to help us find my daddy at all.
I don't think he
No,
was.
I don't think it was. Yeah. At the other guys, the other two followed us, by the way.
Yeah, they're standing on the street outside the Stonehill Inn, watching you from down the road.
I wave.
The gnome doesn't react. The young halfling woman, though, kind of immediately, while the gnome looking at you quite stern, the young halfling woman.
I like it.
I make a sticking my tongue out face at the gnome.
Are you just gonna interact at a distance in emojis?
That's all my face can do, bro.
Okay. On the back of the notice, then, as you take them off the job board, there is a small map showing Phandalin in a very crude form, and the road you need to take out of Phandalin to get to where you're going. where would you like to go first?
Head to the windmill, is it?
Yeah, head to.
Yeah. So you said the windmill was at the fork in the road that leads to the two other places, right? So I guess the windmill first.
Okay.
Go.
And you're walking?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Skipping.
Come on, guys, we're on our way.
Okay.
I so did not intend my character to be this.
Yeah.
I can't help it.
And you said I was going to start a bar fight and
I
cause
know. I know. It's always the way, though, isn't it? Nicky always got trouble, even though Sidestep doesn't mean to.
straight away
Okay.
came across as sexual.
That is, I caused that trouble.
Okay.
Anyway, I thought you wanted to start this.
Should have left it before.
You got the perfect opportunity as well.
You make
We
your way
wait until we get a little bit out of town and then ambush them.
Yeah.
You make your way south out of town. In front of you, all you can see from your vantage point, being quite high up, you can see the mountains off in the distance. The ground before you kind of dips down in valleys and runs between many hills that jut up in front of you. Maybe far off in the distance, maybe about 20 minutes walk, you can see just cresting the top of one hill, a windmill. And you head off towards it. Roll me a perception check, everybody.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm going to look behind to see if they're following me.
Okay.
Oh no. That's not how you perceive things.
11.
Oh, I also got 11 because apparently I have a pretty decent blaster perception.
Stu?
20.
Nice. Okay. As you look back then, expecting to see the gnome and the halfling following you, you don't see anything.
Oh, they're totally going to ambush us, aren't they?
Okay. So you continue to make your way further south, it just being early afternoon now. Around you, the sounds of nature are slightly muted. It being the middle of summer, you expect to hear a lot more birds, a lot more wildlife. It's almost as if the world is holding its breath. Recent events, perhaps the monsters that have been spoken of, or the dragon passing overhead, have scared everyone into hiding. As you get closer and closer to the windmill, though, roll me another perception check.
Giving us a second chance, boys. This is going to be really bad.
God. Oh, that's not as bad as I thought.
I got a 13.
I got a 13 as well.
13.
Okay.
I hope the bandits rolled really badly on their stealth checks.
You see nothing behind you. You hear nothing untoward around you. However, as you round the hill then, that now almost completely blocks the windmill from your view, you see, built not quite at the top, but just onto the slope of Umbrage Hill, is an old stone windmill surrounded by a broken iron fence. The other thing that you immediately notice is a large winged monster with a spiky tail is trying to knock down the windmill's front door. A woman, middle-aged, striking features, opens a window on the second floor, waves at you, and yells, not sounding actually that scared, "A little help!"
Okay, well, how far away is this monster?
Okay, so, and this is the magic of the internet. We're going to go to the battle map. Yeah! Okay, give me a second.
Hey, Bri, who made this beautiful map that we're using?
The beautiful map and the artwork on it is made by Loki Battlemats. You can search more of their stuff on LokiBattlemats.com or Drive-Thru RPG.
Wow, they must make at least 3 different sizes of battle map books.
Yes, little, big, giant, and also some modular sets as well. Who are you, fucking Sam Riegel?
I think we all know that I'm the Sam Riegel of this group, Bray.
Yeah, a little bit. Give me a second then, because
That's what I aspire to be.
don't say anything for a moment. And there we go. You can speak again. Oh no, wait. You can't. Ah, crap. This is going to cock up because I forgot Discord isn't actually listening to these. Oh no. This is going to look really bad for a second. I'm really sorry. No, wait. It doesn't have to look really bad for a second. Break time. There we go. Ah, crap. Full screen. There we go. Right, now it's... Shut up.
Get your fucking act together, Richard.
Session 1. Okay, so...
Yeah, and you've never streamed anything before, so that makes sense. Hey, it's Tibbs.
Yeah, I don't have a manticore.
Shit, it's a manticore.
Roll a nature check.
This sounds like a job for Nikki.
See what it is. Oh, come on!
Come on, Nikki. What kind of ranger doesn't know a manticore when he sees it?
What's your nature check, Nikki?
It's a natural 1 to a 5.
5.
Yeah.
It's a big monster with wings and a spiky tail. It is currently, you reckon, around about 75 feet away from you.
Really?
It has not yet noticed you. What would you like to do?
I would like to call out to the woman.
On the floor first.
I would like to call out to the woman. Have you seen a gnome in purple clothes with a magic walking sword?
He's on my shoulder. He's not running towards it.
Right, hang on. So you just shouted out to the woman, have you? Okay. Cool. So...
I've got my priorities.
We're gonna have words after this, Fergan. We're gonna have words. This is not how you adventure.
So the manticore notices you. I would like everyone to roll for initiative, please. As the manticore has now noticed you.
Uh-oh.
Right.
8.
I also rolled an 8.
Who had 8? Nikki.
And me.
And Fergan had an 8. You got an 18. Yeah? Do you say 18, Stu?
18, yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
Okay. And the manticore. Ooh. So. Craig, you get to go first. What would you like to do? You are 75 feet away from this manticore.
Joys. Bear with. I'm gonna put Fergan down off my shoulder and like push him behind.
Makes sense.
Hang on, we need some epic battle music.
There we go. Halo music in my head.
Fergan starts playing epic battle music on his bagpipes.
Have you got bagpipes? Of course you've got fucking bagpipes.
What do you think?
Oh, breathe!
He's got a point there. Where does the air come from?
Just playing the tune about like while holding.
When I play the bagpipes, you actually see like a what's the concertina rubber bit comes out of my neck and starts pumping in to pump the air through it.
I don't have any bagpipe music on Sirenscape. Sirenscape for all your
Fucking
gaming
hell,
audio needs.
Fucking hell, bro! I can't believe you haven't even prepared some bagpipe music.
I forgot you had bagpipes. Hang on.
I thought you were an experienced DM and an experienced streamer.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well.
Hang on, wait.
Anyway,
Have I got bagpipes?
Fucking type Braveheart into Sirenscape.
I've got a fanfare. No, I don't have bagpipes, fortunately. Right, so yes, Craig, what do you do?
how far did you say it was away?
75 feet.
75.
Okay. I'm gonna, even though it's at a distance, I'm gonna try and throw one of my javelins.
You can move towards it first.
Okay.
Yeah, but the javelins go up to, is it 230 to 120 feet.
Okay. Are you going to move, or are you just going to use your attack?
I'll move a bit closer to it then.
Right, give me a second, because I need to do something on your character sheet. Right, okay. So, in your actions right now, does it say nothing? Or just an unarmed strike?
2 seconds, with the Lord. Yeah, I got unarmed strike.
Yeah, okay. So what you need to do is go to your equipment and make sure that it's ticked next to all the things you want to wear.
Yeah, just click equip against everything.
Mm-hmm.
Be one of the things you should have said in sessions.
I know, right?
Sorry.
Yeah, it's fair. It's a fair point. That's a fair criticism.
It is absolutely a fair criticism. We both failed that, Greg. Have you done that?
Yeah, that's done now.
Cool. Okay. So, right then. There we go. Right, you can throw then a javelin up to 30 feet. No problem at all. The 120 feet is its furthest range. Like, you cannot get it to go further than that. However, if you're throwing more than 30 feet, it's with disadvantage.
Yeah. I'll get a bit closer to it then.
So you're going to go your full movement, 30 feet, and try and get as close as you can, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool, okay.
So it's going to end badly.
Okay, it is now about 45 feet away. So it's still going to be with disadvantage. Or, if you want to, you can use your action to dash, get as close as you possibly can to it, but you will lose your attack action if you do that.
I'll just attack it from you.
Okay, cool.
Oh.
So 2d20 and the lowest number.
Do you have then? What do you got it?
No.
Oh, I got two up in if you want. Oh my god! I should not have given you those.
Uh-oh. I don't think the lowest number was very high.
That's 2 1s.
Can I come in?
It's a 2 ones!
Oh.
That's no, that's the 2 double 1.
Okay.
I tell you what, though. Rolling 2 1s with disadvantage is better than rolling a 1 and a 20 with disadvantage.
Yeah, it feels better.
That means you missed out on a crit.
So,
You can get rid of them.
you try and reach to the very long quiver you have strapped to your back for one of your javelins. And as you take it out and attempt to throw it all in one motion, you drop it and it sticks in the floor behind you.
Cool.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Now remember, with every turn, you have obviously movement, action, however you'd like to spend it, and also bonus action. You are going up against a manticore, and as a bonus action, you can, if you want to, rage. And obviously, what rage does for you is everything because you're a barbarian. So it's up to you.
But one of the most important things it will do is halve bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing damage, which you're about to take some of, I suspect.
Yeah.
Just
there we are. Then I'll use a bonus action to rage.
as a bonus action, you would like to rage. Okay, no problem. So you can mark off one of your rages under your bonus actions because you only get them back after a long rest. Yeah. Cool. So next in line is the Manticore, who's seeing you attempt to attack it with a javelin.
He's going to just fall down laughing because it was...
Is going to leap up into the air and fly or glide with its wings straight down onto the ground in front of you. And it is going to make 3 attacks.
Joyce!
Okay, so first it's going to attempt to bite you.
Yeah.
That is going to be... Yeah, that's a 24 to hit.
Yeah.
And then it is going to attempt to claw at you twice. So that's going to be a 16. What's your armor class?
14, sorry.
Yeah, that's a hit. And the second one is a 9. So the third attack misses. Okay. So, there we go. First attack. You take 7 bite damage. So 7 piercing damage, halved, down to 3. So you take 3 damage from the first attack. And when the claw rakes across your chest, you also take a further 3 damage, as the slashing damage is halved. So you've taken 6 damage in total from this round. Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Fergan, you're up.
How far forward did Craig run?
Craig ran 30 feet forward. Are you on his shoulder?
I was. He put me down.
Okay, alright, okay.
That was before the fight started.
Yeah, that's okay.
In case you're wondering about action.
Javelin.
Yeah.
You could
Hold-
throw him instead of the javelin.
I was holding on to a javelin.
Yeah, if you'd been on his shoulder, you would have thrown him instead of the javelin.
Yeah. Okay, I am going to run up. So I'm going to run 25 feet. So I'm just behind Craig.
Okay,
I'm going to reach out and touch Craig.
okay.
Reach out and touch Craig.
Dum, dum, ding, ding, ding. Yeah.
And I'm going to cast Heroism.
Describe heroism for the benefit of the people you're playing with.
A willing creature you touch is imbued with bravery. Until the spell ends, the creature is immune to being frightened and gains temporary hit points equal to your spellcasting ability modifier at the start of each of its turns. When the spell ends, the target loses any remaining temporary hit points from the spell. So you gain 5 temporary hit points. If you look next to your hit points, the whatever slash whatever, there's a section to write those in.
Yeah. How much was it?
5.
Cool.
And you also can't be frightened. Not that I think that's going to be an issue here. And I pick up the fallen javelin and I put it. This is my bonus action. I put it back into the quiver and I say, "It's okay, Craig. You'll get him next time, I think." And that's how I give him bardic inspiration as my bonus action. So, Stu, what that means is that anytime within the next 10 minutes, you can choose to add a d6 to basically any d20 roll you do. So, if you miss with an attack roll, but not by much, you can roll a d6.
Or a saving throw or anything like that.
Or a saving throw or any of those. And you use it after you see the roll, but before Bride tells you whether it succeeds or fails. So you can't roll a 12 and say you got it.
Yeah.
So and that's my action and bonus action, and then I'm going to move 5 feet back.
Okay, cool.
I like to do my move in as many phases as possible so that Bray has to keep getting up and moving shit around.
Okay.
And also because heroism is a touch spell.
Yes. Is that the end of your turn?
Certainly is.
Cool. Sidestep. You're up.
Right, so with this longbow, I got 150 range, so I'm just going to stay where I am
Sounds sensible.
and just take a shot at it.
Yeah, don't come over here.
All right, let's see if I can roll something.
Yeah, don't come over here. It's a bad idea. Don't come over.
There's a manticore. Guys, there's a manticore over here. Don't.
Just let me get you into shot. There you go. There you are. There you are. Your base just came into shot on the side there. Okay, so roll for attack.
Oh yeah, that was a 16 to hit.
16.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, 16. Bear with me.
16 better fucking hit. This is our first encounter.
A 16 definitely hits. Roll for damage.
Fucking deliberating whether a 16 hits.
Yeah, that's the hit.
It's like in the top 4 numbers we can roll.
This dice is staying. So I rolled an 8, but I had 3, so 11.
11 points of damage.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so there we go. Is it resistant? No. Cool. Okay, so the manticore then howls and growls in pain, and tries to turn its attention to more than one of you, but there's still this hulking, raging half-orc. Craig is a half-orc, right?
Yes.
Yeah, raging half-orc in front of him, screaming into the manticore's face right now. So, is that the end of your go, Nikki?
Yeah, I don't have any bonus actions that are any good, so yeah. I'm going to stay where I am.
Okay, Craig, your go.
I'm just gonna hit him with my great axe then, as he's
Cool.
right in front of me.
Go for it.
What's going on?
Remember, you've got your bardic inspiration D6 if you think you need it.
I'm gonna do 1d6 with it.
I don't know if it's worth it on this roll.
There, 3.
Do you not add anything?
Well,
Yeah, no, it's definitely. It can't be 3. What did you roll?
You rolled a
9.
3. 9.
Yeah.
As
So
you s-
did you use the D6 or no?
Yeah. Well, you said not to, but I'm gonna use it. So just do it. I'll mark it off on the sheet. And
you rolled
Didn't
a 1.
roll a 1 on the fucking D6.
Unfortunately, as you swing your great axe, screaming in your rage, the manticore does just dodge out of the way and growls back at you. However, you did make an attack, so your rage continues.
Yeah, you took damage last round, so.
You did. It is, however, again now the manticore's go. The manticore is going to leap back 5 feet to jump away from you. As a reaction, you can, if you wish, make an attack of opportunity,
yes.
because it's moving out of your range.
Okay. So I just roll for attack
Yeah,
as well?
roll for attack.
Yeah, normal attack.
My usual one, anyway.
That much better.
What do I have now?
Oh, you're 6 again, so 22.
Yeah, 22.
22.
Oof.
22 definitely hits. Roll for damage.
So great axe. 1.
D12 for Great Axe, isn't it? Or is it 2d6?
Yes.
I think, yeah, that's the.
It's D12 plus 4.
15.
15 damage. Okay. You deal
That's a fucking hit.
solid blow to the manticore as it leaps back from you, and you can see blood dripping from your axe and a huge wound now gaping the side of the manticore. as it whips its tail around in everyone's direction. And it is going to make 3 ranged attacks with its tail spikes. 1 at each of you.
1 at each of us? Mickey's a fucking mile away.
It's got 100-foot range.
It's what?
Jesus.
It's got a fucking what, mate?
Its range is 100/200.
I'm standing by.
So it's firing spikes. Sorry, the way you described it, I thought it was swinging its tail around, and you were telling
sorry.
me that it had a 100-foot long tail.
Sorry, it's swinging its tail around and firing the tail spikes at you.
Cool.
Okay. Okay, so being so close and seeing it coming, Stu. Craig. You manage to dodge out of the way, and the tail spike sails past your head, completely missing you. Fergan. That is a 14 to hit.
That 14 is my armor class, Richard. You wouldn't kill a little boy, would you?
We'll see. And you take... okay. You take 4 points of damage,
Oh, you wouldn't kill a little boy. Cool.
apparently. The third spike sails through the air, and being so far away, you don't see it coming until it's too late. Do you dodge out of the way on a 16? What's your armor class? Does that hit you, Nikki?
It
Okay.
hits me.
Okay, and you take 6 points of damage.
Okay. Okay. Down by half in 1 inch.
You got
Fergan.
12 hit points? Fucking hell.
No, I got 11.
Still more than me.
Fergan,
Yes?
your go.
How's this manticore looking, bro?
It is looking hurt.
Yeah?
As I've stated before, well, for Nikki, probably the uninitiated who hasn't gone through this, who's watched enough episodes of Chronicles of Needham by now, there are 3 stages of hurt in my D&D campaigns. There is hurt, which means 50% taken off, total hit points. There is messed up, which is 75% taken off. And there is fucked up, which is a strong gust of wind will kill it. So at the moment, it is looking hurt.
Good to know.
First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna back up another 10 feet. Did you say that it's moved 5 feet back from Stu? Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna back up another 10 feet. Or 5 feet. I basically want to be 20 feet from it.
Yeah. You are.
It hasn't. Did you intend to move it when it backed up from Stu, or are you just leaving it where it was?
There
Cool.
you go.
I think I am going to throw a dagger at it. Nah, that's stupid. I'm going to viciously mock it.
Okay.
Like you do everything.
So what's the save on a vicious mockery?
Wisdom.
Okay. Ooh, okay. It's got a +1, so that's going to be a 2.
Excellent. I say, hey, nice tail spines, you duty head. And it takes damage from that.
How much damage?
A little poo emoji as well.
How much damage? 4. I think it's plus something. No, it's just flat 4. 4 damage.
Cool.
But it also has disadvantage on its next attack.
Cool.
I think. Yeah, disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
No problem. And is that the end of your go?
Yes.
Okay. Sidestep.
Can I just, as a bonus action, give Bergen a thumbs up for that insult?
You can do that as a free action, in fact.
Oh, I'll do that as a free action then. I'm going to just take another shot at it.
You're doing great,
I have like
Sudi.
like an ASCII thumbs up appears on my face. Back at him.
That would be a 24 to hit.
Definitely hits. Yep.
Come on, that 8 again.
I'm not the kind of cruel DM to put that wonderful meme monster into any of my campaigns that randomly has a randomly determined armor class every turn. What do you mean? What do you mean a 21 doesn't hit? He hit it with a 12 earlier on.
That's 9, I think.
A 9.
9 damage.
9 points of damage. Okay, cool.
And I'll back up 26 feet. So I'm 100 feet, over 100 feet away from it.
You're just going back to town, yeah?
Basically.
Okay.
26 feet.
Cool. Okay.
I just didn't like being on the map, you know?
Yeah, it makes sense. That makes sense.
Okay.
This reminds me of when in my first ever campaign when Nick gave me a longbow with double the range, and he just always had to put down extra map tiles because I was always so far away from everything. Eventually moved all of our encounters inside so I couldn't just back up infinitely.
Is that the end of your go? Sidestep.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's the end of my go.
Back to the top of the round again. Craig.
I have to do what I have to do with it. I gotta move forward again, right up in this grill again. Yeah.
Come on, Craig, I believe in you.
He says from 101 feet away.
I'm gonna hit him with a great axe.
The wind here is quite loud, so you hear you just off in the distance behind you.
You're pretty sure Sidestep, a man you met a week ago, just said, "Craig, I love you."
So yeah, roll to hit.
So that is a 21 again.
21 definitely hits. Roll for
21.
damage. Starting to look messed up, by the way.
Nice.
Fine.
Yes, that was real good damage roll.
Yeah,
What was it?
that's a 1.
That's, well, you
Plus 4.
plus 4, so 5. Yeah.
So 5. That's what I said, yeah. 5.
Hang on. Plus 2 because he's raging, right? Strength attack.
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry. This is something that D&D Beyond doesn't do a very good job of telling you about, but when you're raging, I think you add 2 to all of your damage if it's
that's
using
fair.
strength weapons.
Bear with me. Plus 2 melee damage with strength weapons. Yeah, so that's what this is. So that's no problem.
Probably should have taken another 2 the last attack he had from.
It should have
Craig's
from
well.
the attack of opportunity. Cool. And is that the end of your go?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. And it is now, again, the Manticore's go. Out of the corner of your eye, Craig, because you're closest, you can see spikes start to regrow from the holes in its tail where the spikes it recently shot at you came from. But they're not as big or as long as they were. They're just a small nub start popping out now, so you feel like it may not be able to make that attack against you very quickly anyway. So, instead, again, it attempts to bite and claw at you. Mother. Okay. As it bites at you, you dodge out of the way, and it bites down so hard that you can see that it almost jars itself as its jaws clamp together, causing itself pain. Shaking that pain off, it then swipes at you with its claws for a 13, missing your face by inches. The third strike, however, is a 15. So it does hit you. For give me a second. It's 5 points of damage, reduced by the rage to 2. So you take 2 points of damage as it just kind of catches your arm. And that's the end of its go. Fergan.
Forgot how few options you have as a level 1 character, particularly a level 1 bard. Like, not spec'd for combat particularly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to mock it viciously again.
I thought you might.
Hey, you bit the inside of your own mouth. That must be real embarrassing. I've done that. It hurts.
Okay.
How have you done that? You don't have an actual mouth.
I turn back to sidestep and just have an angry face on my, just like eyebrows like that.
That was a 7 on the wisdom save.
Excellent. That's another 4. This
4
this
damage.
D4's only got 4s on it apparently.
Okay, cool.
It came from Blink Dog Dice. Wait, I'm not implying that they printed their dice wrong. It just rolls really well.
I am,
because
however,
good
it
dice
is
spread.
it is a thing that Stu has been making shit rolls on the dice that Nikki gave him, which weren't Blink Dog dice.
Yeah, you should only use Blink Dog
We
Dice
would like
to get
to
good
came
numbers.
with the essentials kit.
The double ones came with a kit you bought.
Yeah, they came with the essentials kit.
Clearly, Blink
Hang on,
Dog Dice
you-
better than Wizards of the Coast themselves.
You best not be reading that rulebook.
I'm not going to spoil it. Don't you worry.
You best not be reading the book I'm running the adventure from. Right, okay, so Fergan, is that the end of your go?
How is the Manticore looking now?
Oh,
It's taken that forward.
It's looking fucked up.
Okay, then yeah, I'm not going to bother inspiring anyone.
Okay. And sidestep.
Alright, I'm still within range, so I'm just going to take another shot at it. Oof, it's okay. Do some 19 to hit.
19 definitely hits. Roll for damage.
And that is 10 damage.
10 damage. You see your friends in dire straits off in the distance. Your new friends you met a week ago. And filling you with rage that this manticore has hurt them both, you send your arrow careening straight between them, straight through the heart of the manticore. And with one last strangled growl, it tries to reach forward with its claws to rip off Craig's face, but instead collapses under its own weight onto the floor in front of Craig and breathes its last.
Triumphant bagpipe music.
I don't
I'm going
have...
to take my javelin out and stand directly above it.
I'm going to jog up and just pat Craig on the back and say, that's supposed to happen.
My face screen is displaying confetti. And a single slice of cake.
And as you look up then at the windmill in front of you, and Adabra staring out of the window, she kind of has this look of concern and possibly confusion on her face. I just kind of... Did you bring a child into the wild with you to fight a manticore? What is wrong with you?
We came to see you. Didn't expect the manticore.
And just say, but look at his happy face.
It is still displaying a single slice of cake with a candle in it. Off of Paul.
Is it dead?
I give it a nudge with my foot just to check.
Surprised you don't know out of breath, like the distance you've had to come back.
yeah, fucking jog.
It wasn't a run, it was just a gentle jog.
Come to the door. I'll open it for you. And you see her disappear from the window. And at that moment, we're actually going to go on a proper break instead of having a tech break because I need to go and get squashed because my mouth's getting really dry. But yes, we will be right back. A couple of minutes. Hello, we've returned. Ah, crap.
Good effort. That was stunning.
Hello, we've returned, and
I see what he's all crapping about. That doesn't look great at all.
No, that did not look great. I was looking at the sound settings, obviously, because I took it out to full screen, which is stupid. But yes, hello, we're back, and where we left off, sidestep had come in clutch. And with a well-placed arrow, finally felled the ferocious manticore. And Adabra, the old midwife, or the middle-aged midwife, sorry, in the windmill had proceeded to leave the window and go downstairs to allow you entry. As you walk past the manticore, I want everyone to roll me either a perception, medicine, or nature check.
17 perception.
Okay.
12 perception.
13 perception.
Okay. Is that your biggest bonus as well, though? So the reason that a DM, or myself, would normally give those many options is that it basically gives you the option to roll your highest out of those skills. Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. As you walk past then, staring down at your kill, at the great monster that you've slayed, you do notice that it, in your rush to defend yourselves, what you didn't see before was all of its ribs tight against its skin. And the dryness of its tongue, the very little slobber, saliva in its jaws, its bloodshot eyes. This manticore was severely malnourished.
You can't make us feel bad for the manticore, bro. It tried to kill a 9-year-old.
That's why I purposely missed with the javelin.
Everyone else messed it up.
You would have absolutely hit it if it hadn't been so skinny. It was too small of a target. We won't talk about the fact that what you hit was the ground behind you.
But as you make your way then to the door and up the steps to the front door of the windmill, it is opened for you. And she's about 5'6", 5'7", and she just steps out of the way, allowing you entry. It's a comfortable place. You can see, though, that a lot of furniture has been kind of thrown to one side now, just before she opened the door, as she was trying to barricade herself in from the angry manticore. So, who are you? Why are you here? Thank you, by the way, for the help. I suppose you'll be wanting a reward or something.
The town master has already promised us a reward. He's sent us to see if you'd like to make your way into town for a bit of safety.
There's a dragon.
Oh, there you
go. Hang on. The master sent you?
Yeah.
But you've seen Harbin?
Well, we've talked to him.
Through a door?
Through a heavily barricaded and a locked door, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Aye, because it's much safer in town than it is here in the middle of nowhere, where people don't tend to attack unless you're a hungry manticore.
Or dragon.
I've seen the dragon. It's not bothered me. It's a white dragon. It's quite dumb. Tends to
Have
only
you seen
attack.
my daddy?
Is your daddy a dragon?
No, he's as strong as a dragon though. He's a gnome, and he only wears purple, and he's got a magic talking sword.
I've not seen a gnome who only wears purple with a magical talking sword. I apologize. Why have you brought a small child on an adventure with you?
We're looking.
I brought them.
Why are you listening to the orders of a small child?
We're helping him look for his dad. I found him wandering in the wilderness. Couldn't leave him alone.
Young one, can you stay here for a
Fergus.
moment? Fergus, I apologize. Fergus, can you stay here for a moment? I need to talk to the big people. Is that okay?
Are you going to talk about? Are you going to talk about the things that Daddy does with the ladies who come around to the house? Because I'm not supposed to talk about. I'm not supposed to know about those things.
That's fine. I'll not be talking about that.
Or anything else that you need to talk about. If you're going to say to the Ferganeers, you should say it to Fergan as well.
I just need to have other adult stuff.
Hold on for a minute, lad.
We
We'll
are
be
going
back.
we are going to talk about the things that your dad does to the women who visit.
Okay, I'm going to go and find some flowers, and I go outside.
Okay.
I'll step to the doorway just so I can keep an eye on him.
That's very responsible.
Okay. And she's going to turn on you two with a very angry look on her face. The boy's a construct.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a father. He has a creator.
That's racist.
However, he still has the mind of a small child. Did you find him in Phandalin?
You found it.
Where did I find him again? In the woods.
In the
wasn't it?
woods, you're near a different town. Yeah.
Yeah, we found him in the woods a whiles away.
So you travelled God knows how many days, weeks, with a small child to potentially one of the most dangerous villages in the north currently, because a small child wanted to find his father and didn't take him to the nearest village or big city where perhaps a purple-wearing gnome with a talking sword might have gone.
Well, his dad's an adventurer. Where do adventurers go?
Taverns, mainly.
We've tried a few.
We went to the tavern first.
I bet that went down well. Look, tell Harbin I'm not coming back to Phandalin. However, I will send messages with the birds every once in a while just to let him know that I'm doing okay. And no matter how many adventurers he sends down here to try and convince me otherwise, I'm not moving in with him, and he should stop asking. My healing potions are not for him. His stockpile is large enough as it is. I will, however, reward you with one. And possibly a smith's kit, if I had one. So you can protect the child and repair him if any of your lovely little adventurers get him hurt. How's that sound?
That sounds good. Thank you.
I have a manticore spine sticking out of my shoulder.
And she rummages in a box or a chest she has near her and pulls out and gives you a potion. It's a small jar. Inside is a red liquid. It sloshes slowly. It's not quite as dark or as thick as blood. You can see almost straight through it. But it does almost glow in the darkness. And one of you now has a
Big man.
standard...
On the half. One hit.
Yeah, but I'm going to be back.
Fair enough.
And you have a standard healing potion. Now, don't want to add insult to the injuries you've already received, but none of you look very well. So I'd suggest, before your next adventure, perhaps a rest in a bed where it's safe.
Yeah, we've got a bed back in town waiting for us.
Aren't you suggesting we stay here?
I
Richard?
am not suggesting you stay here. There is only one bed here, and I have not invited a man into it in a very long time, and neither of you are my type. So, if you'll kindly fuck off, protect the child, and I'll go back to barricading my door and making sure I'm quite safe and can make some more healing potions. For the inevitable next time you need one.
Is that an invitation to come back and buy more?
Why? If you've got the coin.
How much do they normally cost?
What, a healing potion?
Yes, please.
I suppose you did me a service. I mean, the manticore may have actually died of hunger before it actually got in here, but it's nice and quiet now, so I suppose that's, that helps. 50 gold each.
So we know for the future?
Yeah, okay.
Thank you for the healing potion. We'll get out of your hair, and we will
Pass your message on.
pass your message on. Try and get him to stop pestering you.
He very
Sure
probably won't believe your word. So, a moment, and she rushes off and comes back with a piece of paper and pen, looks at both of you, sizing you up, turns Craig around as the larger of the two of you, and just starts scribbling a note on the paper on Craig's back.
This bitch has a full apothecary in her house, but doesn't have a table.
The table is currently overturned on the floor, ready to go back to the door to be barricaded. But it does seem like she's really forcing that full stop with the quill,
Take another point of damage.
We take 1 piercing damage.
Not quite enough to do damage. But no, she rolls up the scroll and gives it to you.
Hey, Bride, do I find any flowers?
Roll me a nature check.
I'm not good at nature checks. 9.
You find some thistles.
I pick them.
And some dandelions.
I definitely pick those.
So as you make your way outside, you see Thurgan running back towards you with handfuls of dandelions and thistles.
I give a bunch of them to the woman.
Thank you very much. I can make quite a nice tea from dandelions.
Good. Are you coming back to town with us now?
I am not. I think I'm safer here.
The scared doorman said he'd pay us if you came back. We really like for him to pay us.
It's all right, Bergen. The man's a pest. We don't want the money for that.
I've given them a letter. The letter should be sufficient that I'm safe and you should still get your payment. It says in the letter that if he doesn't, I will visit and he won't enjoy it.
Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you for having me, Kadabra.
You're very welcome. Small,
Just-
unique child.
Once Bergen's next to me, I'm just gonna put a hand on his shoulder, grab that spine, and just rip it out.
Okay. It's not embedded.
X's.
Like it hasn't pierced the plates. It just seems to have kind of got jammed in like the workings of the joint of his shoulder. And when you pull it out, it just means that Fergus, there's going to need to be a bit of a rest maybe, so that his construct self can fix itself. But, he can move his arm more freely now.
Before we go, can we have a cup of tea?
It's all right, lad. We bothered the woman enough.
Okay.
And you can see a look of confusion as you kind of turn away and walk away from her. It's like, I don't think he's got a mouth.
I just look back and give him one of those head shakes. Like,
Okay. Doesn't take long again then. Maybe half an hour in your slightly more tired, battered state. But eventually, you do get back to town. The gnome, the halfling, and the other gnome, in fact, who went to find the sheriff, are nowhere in sight. And you make your way back to the tavern. And the barkeep, Toblin Stonehill, is standing there. The bar now effectively empty, apart from another barmaid who's cleaning off glasses, wiping down tables. You're back! Little bit worse for wear, I see.
Just a bit.
I got a spine in me from a manticore.
I'm sure you did, my lad. You took
the
him
boy's
to...
a manticore slayer. How?
Did he really kill a manticore?
Oh yeah, on his own.
How'd he do that?
I said it was a duty head.
You insulted a manticore to death?
He did.
Oh yeah, he did.
You did not.
Would you like me to insult you?
He's smiling like he doesn't believe you, but as you say those words, you see the smile kind of falter a little bit, and he's like, I think I'm alright.
One whiskey, please.
Have you got a mouth?
No,
Do you even know what whiskey is?
Daddy drinks whiskey.
How about we get you a nice plate of food? Well, and he looks at the other two. How about we get you two a nice plate of food and you can tell me all about it?
Sounds like a plan.
Very good. Heather! And the barmaid kind of... You can see like the tired kind of frustration in her face, and she just kind of looks at him. What? Get these gentlemen and this lad some refreshments and the meal that they paid for earlier on. And she just kind of looks at you all. All right. Walks in the back, and you can hear pots and pans clattering. Do you relay the story of the slaying of the manticore
No.
to Toblin?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Okay. Do you...
Payment.
Sorry, say again?
Oh, point.
We tell him that we were sent to him for payment.
Ah, yes. Well, Adabra is a bit of an ordinary sort. Have you got any proof that she don't want to come back and that you went there in the first place? You might have got these injuries just from falling down the hill.
No, we fought a manticore.
You show him the letter?
We're on the note, yeah.
Okay. That's Adabra's handwriting, all right. It's when she prescribes that medicine for my itch. Same signature and everything. Also, the words here, it's same kind of tone. So what's this? 20 gold for this mission, this here mission quest. 25.
That's what he promised us.
I
what?
thought it was 50.
25 gold for walking down the road to the windmill and coming back with a note.
No, it was 50.
I'm not doing 50. I'll do 25. That sounds more believable. One moment. And as he stands up to go back down the bar, you do see the barmaid then come out when she's got a tray of food. And while it might not be a very fancy fare, it's a hearty meal, soup, bread, meat. And it smells quite good and tastes even better. He comes back eventually. Who's in charge of your purses then?
Me.
No. Shall I take it?
Yeah, you'll be in charge of gold.
Right, I'll take that.
Okay, so you get 25 gold.
25 gold. Shall we say I'll hand out 5 gold to each of us and I'll put 10 aside as a pot for any emergency things.
Okay.
We can
There we go.
trust the child with 5 gold. Go for it.
Very good.
Yes.
How are you with money?
Very good.
If I give you this money, what are you going to do with it?
Keep it in a pouch.
Okay, I'll tentatively give him the 5 gold.
Okay.
I just we'll see how you go. So it's 10 gold in a little group thing for us. There we go.
Where does he keep the pouch?
Oh, good point.
I take out a little piggy bank, but it's in the shape of, it's basically a pop vinyl of my dad.
Yeah.
With like a big slot in the top, obviously.
Okay. So before Toblin takes his leave of you, he does, just forgot, here's the key to your rooms. They are ready. The establishment does not accept any responsibility for any bugs you might find in your bed, because they weren't there when I just cleaned them and changed the sheets. So anything you tracked in was...
Inside track.
Anything you tracked in, that's no one's fault but your own.
Yeah, I agree with Nikki. Insight check.
Yeah, all right. Both of you can roll an insight check.
I don't fucking insight nothing.
12.
10.
You absolutely believe every word he said. As far as you know, the rooms are completely clean.
Thank you. You seem like a very honest innkeep. One whiskey, please.
They don't call me Honest Toblin Stonehill for nothing.
That's a long name.
You hear a voice shouting from the kitchen. They don't call you that at all.
If they don't call you Honest Toblin Stonehill for nothing, what do they call you?
Mainly Toblin. And the voice from the kitchen shouts, Gobshite!
It's nice to meet you again, Mr. Gobshite.
I'm just going to go have a word with my wife.
No, lad, that's not a nice word.
You enjoy your rooms. I'm going to go and have a nice word with my wife.
I'm learning lots of new words since I left Daddy's house.
What time of day is it, by the way?
It's getting close to like late afternoon. But after that, like your first proper scrap, where it was effectively life or death, you could probably turn in early if you wanted to.
Should we relax in the tavern for a bit? I want to see if those gnomes and the halfling show up.
Oh, with the sheriff.
I could do a song for everybody.
This I want to see.
This I want to see, yeah.
Just gonna relax back into my chair and look at everyone else in the team.
Is there a stage?
There is a very small stage, yes, off in the corner.
Is there anyone on it currently?
There is no one else in the bar.
Okay, I laboriously climb onto the stage.
Mm-hmm.
With my lute.
Yeah.
And I will start to play a song. And the song is a story about the time that my father, on his own and with no help from his adventuring party, took down a storm giant.
Okay. And the music starts to play. And roll me a performance check, please.
Yeah, you're goddamn right. I'll roll you a performance check. 22.
22. It is a fine song. Up until this point, you would not realise that Fergan had such a lovely singing voice.
Fine, that's a 22. This is the best song that's ever been sung in this motherfucking town.
It is. And it even brings Toblin and his wife Heather back out of the kitchen, and they stare in awe as this lovely music comes from this creepy as fuck robot child.
But when he's singing, he has exactly the same voice as the kid from The Snowman.
My daddy killed a giant up in the mountain fortress high.
Yeah. Somehow still strumming a lute.
Yeah. But eventually... Okay.
Maybe we should offer for him to play and maybe get some money off next time.
Kind of say, put a hat in front of him.
Well, as he continues to sing, the day does come to a close, or the working day at least, and more people start to pile into the tavern. A lot of them seemingly called by the beautiful music and the beautiful voice that's echoing out of the windows. And after a moment, or when the song comes to an end, there is a rousing round of applause, and many coins are thrown onto the stage, and you collect them for Fergan as he takes his tiny little robot bows. And you have 3 silver, 1 gold, and 10 copper.
Okay. I will give all of this to Fergan because he's earned it.
Aw.
I know it's a mistake, but I can't take the money he's earned.
I know it's a mistake. 1 silver, 3 gold, and 10 copper, did you say?
1 gold, 3 silver, 10 copper.
Right.
That was right, wasn't it? I'm not trying to steal any of his money.
No, that was right. With Fergan's maths, it'll be 1 million gold before long anyway, don't worry about it.
Don't know what you're talking about.
But
If you didn't want me to have 1 million gold, you shouldn't have given me 1 million gold.
I never fucking gave you 1 million gold. So, as the bar starts to become busier and busier and busier, you see people standing there, and they're slightly... You can see a couple of people are standing there slightly annoyed that you, as visitors to the town, seem to be taking up one of the tables, but none of them are really saying anything because their weapons are a lot smaller than yours.
What? I thought everyone in this goddamn tavern was adventurers.
No, everyone who's piled in now seems to be the locals. As you look around the room, the adventurers that you saw earlier, nowhere to be seen. It does start to grow dark outside. Some of the other locals, not so much getting on a stage, but some of them bring out instruments, a fiddle, a small stringed box, a flute. They start to have a quiet jam session in the corner.
Mr. Craig, Mr. Sidestep, what happened to the other adventurers?
They've all gone to bed, lad. Just all gone to bed.
It's middle of the afternoon, though.
No. You've been here for a while now.
Okay, but it was the middle of the afternoon when we got here, and they weren't there then either. Even my bedtime isn't until after sunset.
I'm sure we'll see them again.
Yeah, I'm sure there's at least 3 we'll see again.
Okay. What if they were eaten by manticores?
Just goes to show that they're not proper adventurers then, isn't it?
Well, not like us. The Fergan is.
I just give a sigh every time he says that word.
Okay.
Here
Eventually, though, the night does draw on.
we are. retire for the night, is it, lads?
Yeah.
Yes.
You make your way
I
up
wasn't
to your
going to say anything, but it was my bedtime 2 hours ago.
You're an adventurer now, lad. So you get used to a new bedtime.
Okay.
You're an adventurer now, boy. There'll be no such thing as bedtimes
Oh,
anymore.
no, Mickey, I'm not doing a voice. Arr!
So you make your way up to your rooms. They don't look like they've been or had a maid turn them down in as long as the building has been standing.
But we know that they were fresh. That the bed was freshly made today because Toblin told us that, and we know that he was telling the truth.
Apparently, this is the way it looks in this neck of the woods when it's had a fresh turn down service done on it. And after your first successful day as adventurers, you rest easily in semi-comfortable. You'd be sleeping on the floor, yeah?
I'm used to living in the woods. I'll sleep on the floor.
One of you rests easily on a semi-comfortable bed.
I want to tell you how Fergan Smurgan sleeps, which is that I go, my full body goes rigid, and I lean into a corner like a broom, and just like a screensaver comes on of just Zeds going from left to right across my face.
That's actually what I thought it would be.
And just jam him under the door handle.
Yes, that's excellent.
Oh, that's great.
Just wedge my head under the door.
And you can sleep soundly knowing that not only is the door locked, because you had a key, there is also now a 9-year-old robot boy wedged under the door handle, making it impossible to open.
I like to think as well that you put me face towards the door so you don't have to see my creepy screen.
If anyone looks for the keyhole, he just got Z's.
Okay. Now, it is a quick one, because it is only level 1 to 2. You can all level up.
That was a milestone today. Killing that manticore was a milestone in our journey.
Mm-hmm.
Press that long rest button as well, don't I?
Yes, you can press long rest.
We should absolutely press that.
Um,
I can't wait to level up.
Hey.
so,
It's going to make so much of a difference. Going from level 1 to 2 is such a huge jump.
so
We're rolling hit points, right?
if you want to roll, then you can
We
roll.
just do credit for that, do we?
Right, give me a second, because I can't remember whether you did everything.
We did roll everything.
Dice
Yeah, we
rolling.
did. Oh, yeah.
Hit points, yeah. So it's all on hit points. Cool. So, go to manage levels. So you click on your portrait, go to manage levels.
Yep.
And then level 1 to 2. And then you're going to need to manage HP as well.
I'm going to roll my hit points right the fuck now. 1d8. Oh my god, yes, I rolled a 7. I was going to show you, like I couldn't have just turned it to a 7, but like it is, it's a 7.
Okay. I believe you. It's fine.
I know.
Have you found it, Stu?
Almost. You mind clicking on that?
So, level 1 to 2 below.
The laptop is slow as balls.
Sorry.
I think we're clicking on manage HP to do our...
That's right.
Awesome.
So where do we type what we've rolled?
So if you click manage HP, there'll be a box in there that says rolled hit points.
Yeah.
And that will have whatever you've rolled before. So you roll whatever your hit die is, and then increase that number by whatever you rolled.
Cool. It's a 5 for me.
We can re-roll ones, because ones are bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh, I get spells now. And a fighting style.
I also get another spell. Tempted.
Spell. Oh, I get 2.
Stu, what do you get?
Hang on. I mean, up to 16.
You're up to 60.
Up to 20.
Nice. What am I up to? I'm on 17. Right. Obviously, I've got to go Hunter's Mark because that's like the bread and butter, isn't it?
Oh, that's the ranger. That's the ranger spell.
Let's have a look.
Stu gets reckless attack.
Oh, nice. That's a fun one.
Yeah, and danger sense as well.
Mm-hmm.
Reckless attack's going to work because I'm just going to run into everything's face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a barbarian. That's what you do.
The only time you don't want a reckless attack is when you're outnumbered like 4 to 1.
Because then they all get advantage on you.
Yeah.
I got four javelins.
You're right. I don't know what I was thinking about. You've only got 1 attack though. Tasha's hideous laughter or dissonant whispers? That's the question, isn't it?
I don't know what to take for my second one.
Well, you can pick your spells off screen. We don't need.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
because
take the one that I absolutely need.
Yeah, you need Hunter's Mark.
yeah, you gotta have Hunter's Mark.
Yay!
Oh, no, I gotta take that.
I really do need to get it on.
So,
Oh, I've got to go within 100 foot to cast Hunter's Mark.
oh no.
Devastating.
With that then, as we've leveled up to 2, and it is
11:15.
11:15. I have to be working in the morning.
Yeah, same.
For our first session, I know it was a short one, but we didn't start till late. No one's fault.
Nicky's fault.
Hey, I said 2:30 and 2:45, and we started about. I was here, what, 25-2?
I built a table in this room. Right?
In fairness, it's not entirely Nicky's fault. Because if I hadn't been taking powerful laxatives on Monday, we would have played at a reasonable time then, wouldn't we?
To be fair.
I literally shit up.
I did.
However, I've enjoyed. Have you guys enjoyed?
I've
Yeah.
definitely enjoyed.
I want to
Yeah.
play again. So we definitely will play again when we arrange a time. This is actually the first time in, what is it now, Greg? 3.5 years
Yeah.
that I think we've been playing D&D together, and I've actually come up against the dreaded, don't know which day we're going to play again because we because we have to work out schedules.
We've got a lot of different schedules to organise. Well, just Nicky and Stuart basically have weird schedules.
But no, we will work it out again.
Yeah.
And we absolutely will play again because you get to go up to level 3 after your next encounter.
Jesus.
Hopefully, I might have some dice. That's the one a long time ago.
Imagine.
I have had the divvy paid into my account. I will go to the post office tomorrow and I will send you your dice. Also, you too, Ian. I will send you your dice as well. And your friend Ian, who is the other winner of the sweepstake. Is there another dice prize that I owe someone?
Did you send Shane's?
Yeah. Shane had his dice. Along with his t-shirt. His Dice of the Beholder t-shirt. Are you wearing your Dice of the Beholder t-shirt at the moment, Stu? You are!
Yes,
You're wearing your Dice of the Beholder Pride t-shirt. I don't have the spreadshirt link.
Well, isn't it Redbubble?
No.
Oh. I don't even fucking know.
I have found it. Okay, yes. please, if you are watching and you haven't done already, follow the link that is in chat now, and you too can own one of the wonderful D20 or Pride D20 t-shirts that is currently in the Dice of the Beholder merch shop, designed by the lovely Charlie, Greg's lovely wife. I thought
you were going to say carer for a second there.
I was going to try and insult him, but I couldn't bring myself to. Oh, yours came today. Nice. Ian's got his too.
We should mention that all of the profit from that T-shirt will be going to a LGBT charity yet to be determined.
Yes, but it will be determined, and any profits made from it will be donated to an LGBT charity.
It's yet to be determined, but it will not. I can tell you what it won't be. It won't be anything like the fucking LGBT Alliance or any of the like deliberately trans exclusionary ones.
No, it will not.
So you don't have to worry. The reason it's yet to be determined is that we're going to do our research and give it to a good organisation and not one that is shitty and harmful.
Maybe mermaids.
It's possible mermaids. I have heard some criticism about mermaids from within the trans community. So I don't know.
So we'll do our research.
But like again, it's the internet. Everything's criticised somewhere. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, we'll do some research and we will find a good charity to give that money to.
Yes, we will. But yeah, I've enjoyed. I hope people watching have enjoyed. As is always the same with D&D, especially with new players as well. The more you play, the more you get into it, the easier it becomes to remember where everything is, to start role-playing. At some point, you're all going to just sit there and like shout at me if I try to move the story along because you're having a lovely conversation around a fire. It's like, so, should we do a time jump? No. I want to know this thing. I am asking Fergan a fucking question.
Briar's subtly trying to blame me once again for the fact that we spent 3 months on one train.
No.
Because he kept putting plot hooks on the train and we kept... stupid us. We went and did the things that he put on the train journey for us to do, instead of just being like, "Oh yeah, just skip this."
But
Go
anyway,
on, carry on.
Yes, please join us either on this channel again later on this week for more maybe Valorant together. Please join us on Greg's new channel, Nullis Pointer Exception. Where Greg will play Valorant and whatever other game he's decided to, because I knew you were looking at other games you wanted to play on there as well.
Yeah.
Please also go and check out HEYY_Charlie over on Twitch as well for the continued playthrough. She is on Mass Effect 3 now. Yeah?
Mass Effect 3, yes.
Mass Effect 3, her Paragon playthrough.
That's not how it's going to be distinguished. She's only ever going to do Paragon playthrough.
I'd renegade all the way, man. Just for Mass Effect 1, where you get to punch the reporter.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether you're doing a Paragon playthrough or not. You still punch the reporter.
Yeah, true.
Do you?
I can't remember.
It upgrades. I know that.
No, it's a renegade option, but even if you do it, no one's that Paragon.
No, yeah, you got to punch the reporter. But yes, and also please, if you haven't already, check out our YouTube. It is just Dice of the Beholder on YouTube, and also Blizzd, BLIZZDOT for Amelia's, because Amelia has decided to use YouTube as her streaming platform, and she will continue to play more Detroit Become Human, which is a very fun game that I now do not have to play because Amelia's played it for me. And I think she's going to start a new Control playthrough as well. She's going to go back and revisit Control from start to finish.
Oh, she's got those good graphics now.
Yeah, the good graphics now with like ray tracing and everything. But yeah, please join us almost every night of the week. One of us is streaming something, but especially join us on Sunday over on, if you haven't already, go and follow Heavyweight RPG. It is not Heavyweighter PG, it is Heavyweight RPG.
This outro needs a fucking trim, doesn't it?
It will.
Has Greg followed this channel yet?
Yes,
Yeah.
I followed it earlier. I didn't. I wasn't deliberately not following it this time. I just hadn't realised.
You notice how he says this time, right?
Yeah, because before, right, I didn't actually use Twitch to watch things before this year.
Mm? And then you spent 6 months just popping out the chat so you could speak to Shane without actually following me.
All right. Yeah, I remember. What's your point?
But yes, as always,
I
thank you
followed
very-
before you reached 50.
Yeah, when it hit 49. To make a
You
point.
just wanted to be 50, yeah?
He did.
Yeah.
He did want to be that one that got me affiliate.
The only thing that matters is how quickly you get to 50. So it
Yeah.
doesn't matter whether I've been your first follower or your 50th follower. I still contributed the same amount to that, didn't I?
Did. Thank you very much, Greg. But yes, as always, thank you to those who have watched. Thank you to those who will watch. Take care, stay safe, wear a mask, don't go outside unless you have to, get vaccinated if you haven't already, and if you can. We love you guys, and we will see
Try
you.
not to make a D&D character who's a 9-year-old boy because everyone hates it.
We'll see
Yeah.
you next time. Good night, guys.
No.
Stick around for a raid.